Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. No contribution with this video. So, back to the estranged parent thing. Now, this isn't an estranged parent. This is somebody who had to go no contact with their mother. Let's see if her story sounds familiar to any of us.
I broke no contact with my mum for the first time in nearly 4 years, and
Mistake. Always a mistake, but we're going to find out why.
I think we should talk about it. My mum turned up at my kids' school with gifts for them.
Of course, 4 years of no contact. They show up at the kids' school, breaking every boundary known to man. This is what they do. This is what you have to be prepared for. This is why you went no contact with them in the first place. Because no matter how long you've been no contact, you run the risk of the narcissist, of this estranged parent, of the borderline showing up to a public place to try to confront you, to try to make themselves into be the victim, into letting you know, I can still get to you. Your boundaries mean nothing.
School did a fantastic job of safeguarding. They told her that no, they wouldn't take any gifts. My mum got quite agitated.
Of course she did. But this is why it's important to let places like your kid's school, your job, your friends know what's going on. I have no relationship with my mother, with whoever. They are not to be around. If they show up here, you are to call me immediately and not give them access. Period. These are the skills that you have to be able to acquire when you go no contact. You have to be prepared. You can't just go no contact and think that's going to be the end of it. It never is. Because if it was, you wouldn't have needed to go no contact in the first place. Now, would you? If they had any ability to respect any boundary of yours whatsoever, you wouldn't have had to have gone no contact in the first place.
She wouldn't accept no for an answer and was told that she could come back the following day.
She wouldn't accept no for an answer from a school that she has no business being at. It's not her children. It's not her grandchildren. She has no contact with these children for 4 years. Yet they won't accept no for an answer. If they could, they wouldn't be no contact, would they?
Speak to one of the safeguard leads, but that they wouldn't accept any presents. Now, when they called to tell me, I knew exactly what she was going to do, and it was not going to be come back to the school. So what she did was exactly what I expected. She parked on the kids' walk home.
Stalking. More of the stalking behavior, because they're not going to, they refuse to accept no for an answer. They refuse. And with showing up at the school and hearing no from the school, that just motivates them more. When they're rejected, it motivates them more. She thought of 4 years she could kind of work her way in. No. For her, this starts all over again for her.
In a quiet area where there would be no adults around so that she could access them secretly. Obviously, because school had called, my husband intercepted her. She drove off. We contacted the police, who said that without a non-molestation order, which are notoriously hard to get.
I guess that's a restraining order in the UK. That's what they call it. But yeah, they're hard to get, because what has she really done? She sat parked in the car. She showed up at the school. But, have any actual crimes happened? Yeah, I'm sure they have, years past, but nothing the police are going to act on, especially not in the UK. Hey, maybe if she posted something mean on X or Twitter or Facebook, then the police would get involved. As sad as that is.
There wasn't really anything that they could do beyond nip round and have a word with her. The last time they did that, they came back to us and said, well, she seems like a nice old lady.
Well, she seems like a nice old lady. How many times have you heard that from an authority figure when you've tried to get them involved or try to get someone else? Oh, she's so nice. Yeah, that's the routine. That's why she's so dangerous, because she can present like that at will until you don't give her away. And then you're going to see the switch flip instantaneously.
So one of the officers that I spoke to said to me, why don't you go back round if you feel safe to do so and reestablish some boundaries?
Yeah, great advice. Why don't you? And then the police try to get you to go deal with the mother, to go deal with the person you've already decided is too toxic to be in your life. Some cop you met 5-10 minutes ago who had maybe a 3-minute conversation with the person in question, but they're going to decide your life, how you should have to now break your boundaries and reestablish contact. No. You want her so bad, you take care of her. You go hang out with her and find out. That ain't for me.
Would I recommend that to clients? Probably not. Not unless you feel that you have the mental fortitude to deal with the behavior that you know you're going to be met with.
But why deal with it in the first place? Why deal with it? Because you know what you're going to get. It's not going to go anywhere. The only thing you do is put yourself at risk of being hoovered and gaslighted more, and then just reopening the wound and having to start back from square one. Because if she could get you to show up after 4 years by stalking your kids and showing up to their school, she's going to keep doing it. She found her door. She found her way in. She found her crack in the door that she can get through. No. As difficult as it is, you have to just let it go. You can't take the bait. You cannot take the bait and show up there, because that's what they want.
She behaved exactly as expected.
Of course she did.
The door, big smile, as if we had never been estranged.
Right, and that's taunting. That's her taunting you, like trying to happy taunt you. That's gaslighting. Oh, there's no problem here. The problem's on you. It's not on me.
Never had no contact with her and invited me in. And as soon as I said no and asked her why she was trying to access the kids without permission, she switched.
Of course she did. And they all have the switch. The second they realize it's not going to go the way they want it to go, the mask comes off, the switch is hit, and you get the real reason. And then you get reminded, oh yeah, this is why I'm no contact with you, because you'll never learn. You'll never respect the boundary. The thought of you even respecting a boundary is so abhorrent to them, is so wrenching to them. They can't handle it. The switch is hit immediately.
If you're not in a mental headspace to be able to deal with this, it can be really, really triggering. She went from being friendly and smiling to insulting, infantilizing, dismissive, and then finally rounding off with some disparaging comments about appearance and closing the door in my face.
There you go. So why show up in the first place? What was the point of even showing up there in the first place? You knew what she was going to do and she did it. You just needed to be reminded. All you did was show her, if I keep messing with your kids, you're going to show up. You're going to engage. And now she'll go and she'll rationalize this. The mother will rationalize this to herself. Well, I know how to get her to show up here. Now I just have to try to change my tactic to keep her here and draw her in. This isn't going to be a one-off attack here by the mother. It's going to continue because she already found her crack in the door. So she can force her way in. She knows how to draw you out by stalking the children. You cannot take the bait.
All for being asked not to try and harass my children on their walk home. So why am I telling you this? Because this is the kind of shit that estranged adults deal with on a daily basis, and you are met with guilt tripping for not allowing someone to have access to their grandchildren. They're bringing other people.
Guilt tripping. Anybody who tries to guilt trip you needs to go too. You don't understand the situation. You clearly don't want to understand the situation. You want me to continue to be abused for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want to deal with issues with your own family, that you're not strong enough to stand up for yourself, so you don't want to see me do it. It's not my problem. That's a you problem. Anybody who guilt trips you for being no contact, bye. You can join them. You think she's so wonderful? You think she's so great? You go deal with her. But don't come crying to me when you find out the truth, what the truth is. And you will find it out, because they can't help themselves.
People into it, playing the victim, scapegoating you, and it can be really, really stressful. I wanted you to know that if you are someone who has no or low contact and those boundaries are completely disrespected, you are not alone, and you are allowed your boundaries. You do not have to feel guilty about it. No one is entitled to you or access to you just because they are titled to you. Last week, I broke.
And we know, and we basically know that. The point is, you cannot let your abuser know how to draw you back in. You cannot expose to them a crack in the door for them to force their way in and draw you back to try to engage, because they never change. They're never going to change. They don't want to change. They just want to change you back. That's it. That's the estranged parents' only motivation, is to change you back. And you can't fall for it, as difficult as it is. You gave her an opportunity. You showed her, if I continue to stalk your children, I'm going to drag you back. And as soon as you told her no, that you wouldn't even engage, and I understand why she did it. You showed up there. Police won't help you. Police are trying to get you to set up boundaries. Like, no. And unfortunately, the only solution might be is you have to move so far away from them that she can't show up and stalk your children. You have to. This is why I moved 1,500 miles away, because this is what I would have been dealing with. My original video, phone call from narcissistic mother, was my mother. The whole reason it was recorded because my mother was threatening to show up at my apartment and cause a scene. She was dead drunk. And like, the only way around this is to move so far away, it's not even worth it for them to show up here. And that's it. You cannot give them the opportunity. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you want to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. No, that's not true. I'm monetized again. So you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. If you haven't watched this video over there, please do. Even a click helps. Follow me on TikTok, X, and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.